rise in Indian exports in July 2022. India's exports rose by 2.14% to $36.27 billion in July. Petroleum products, leather, electronic goods, and coffee showed growth in terms of export. India's overall export recorded a positive growth of 11.51% in July this year. The estimated value of services export for July 2022 was $24.91 billion. In financial year 2021-22, the Indian government had set a target to achieve $400 billion in merchandise export. The target was achieved with 10 days to spare. Exports crossed $400.80 on March 21. The Indian government had also set a target figure for services export up to $240 billion. Despite the pandemic, both the targets were achieved. According to the reports of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in financial year 2021-22, the export was $670 billion. Out of this, the merchandise export was $420 billion, and service export was $250 billion. India is now amongst the top 10 exporter countries. For financial year 2022-23, the government is all set to achieve yet another milestone. The target value for exports is set to be $800 billion. For the FY 2022-23, the target value for merchandise export is $450 to $480 billion. If we talk about service exports, the target export rate is $350 billion. India has signed FTA with UAE and Australia, and will sign it with the UK by the end of this year. Entering into FTA with other countries will help India to facilitate and achieve its export targets. The increase in service exports will put India's trade in surplus. By 2028, India has planned for merchandise exports to go up to $1 trillion. Whereas, by 2025, India has set another target for service exports to be up to $500 billion and $1 trillion by 2030. By 2030, total exports of up to $2 trillion are on the agenda of the Indian government. India will become the fourth largest exporter country if it achieves the set export target of $800 billion.